had a really good conversation about the disruptive workforce, both how technology is disrupting the workforce, but also how the workforce is a force for disruption in businesses. And great panel of guests, CTOs, CIOs, and myself as the odd one out. I look after the talent and organisation business at Accenture, so I brought some of the human side to that. But actually, what was really good was everyone was fascinated by where technology is going, but even more interested in kind of where the human side of work's going as well. We talked about the intelligent organisation, how organisations are becoming more open, how they're working with ecosystems of partners, and how they are using data and machine learning and AI to become more self-tuning at the edge of the organisation, but how also becoming more human organisations at the same time. We talked about the new skilling imperative. So it's a group of CTOs and CIOs around the table. They're worried about digital, engineering, cyber and data talent. Those are things that are hot in the marketplace, and frankly, they all kind of agreed we can't really hire our way through that problem because there's just not enough of that talent in the market. So we talked a lot about new skilling. So how do we help our technology workforces, but also the whole workforce through this journey towards both more digital skills in the workforce, but also refinding the human side of skill sets. So kind of creativity, empathy, broad set problem solving, building good human relationships and refinding that in the kind of core of the work that our businesses do. We talked a lot about collaboration and flexible working, about how that's an expectation of people coming into work now, new generations coming through, but also how that's so relevant for a more diverse workforce, from carers to parents, working parents, through to everybody who needs their own version of flexibility in work. And these ideas of new types of worker that are emerging as well, but also the need for businesses to have more flexibility and collaboration, especially as we work in global teams. How do we connect those teams, make them feel like the person in Asia or in the United States or in Europe, that they're just next door to us at the round table. The thing that we are really interested in for next year is the conversation that's going on with the workforce around the move to digital and how they can be part of that. Both owning that change bottom up, but also owning their own new skilling journey, their own transformation to new ways of working. And that has to be a bottom up thing in our organisations. We need to have that trust and that conversation going with them if we're going to see them through that journey. The last thing we talked about was about how organisations, the work inside organisations is going to be both human and machine. So there's this conversation going on about automation. And of course, that's happening. Some of the low skill, very simple work is being automated. And we want to make sure that people inside the jobs that are more impacted by that have got paths towards new skilling, both inside our organisations, but also throughout the labour market and throughout the sort of national discussion on skills. But there's this bigger impact about that we've not really been talking enough about, which is about how humans are supporting machines and machines are supporting humans. So I think kind of Robert Downey in Iron Man rather than the robots taking away our jobs. And that's impacting a lot of professional work. And we need to help people through that ability to use things like analytics. So the insight helping me do my job in front of a client better, but also how the human being needs to support things like AI, how we train and sustain and explain AI responsibly to clients and customers. And also find that space for the stuff that as humans we do really, really well. Building relationships, having empathy, solving problems that the machines can't solve for. So this is much more of a human and machine future, less of the machines taking away our jobs.